What up? I am running. Oh, the sun is coming out. Yay. I am running a little bit behind today, so I am on my phone versus on my laptop, and that looks a hot mess. Let me clean that. Oh, there we go. That's a little better. So, hi. It is 1 o'clock. It is time for my terrific Tuesday. Let's talk about it. Weekly Facebook Live. I am your hostess with the mostest, Coach Tammy, out here in beautiful San Diego, California. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys so much. It's cloudy and overcast on and off today, and the wind is a little chilly, and I think the high today is in the 60s. So that's why I got my San Diego hoodie on today. What I wanted to talk to you guys today about was the difference between wishes and dreams and how you get to decide. Hey, Miss Jen, how are you? Welcome to the show. I wanted to talk about the difference between wishes and dreams. I saw a post earlier today, and I want to say it was from my best friend, Teresa. And she had posed the question, what do you call a dream that you don't work towards? And I said, a wish. And she said, say it again for the folks in the back. And so there's a lot of different connotations about what people believe about dreams and wishes. So I kind of want to break that down a little bit and weave in a little bit of the law of attraction here with it. So actually, I'm going to start with the law of attraction. So for those of you who are new to the law of attraction, not really sure what it is, we are in an attraction-based universe, and a law is a law is a law is a law is a law. Okay? It's like the tax law. You have to pay your taxes like everybody paid their taxes. There's a lot of people that look at paying taxes as a negative when actually paying your taxes is a positive, because you have money to pay them. You have the availability to support your family. You have the availability to put food on your table, have a roof over your head, have a car, all of these things. You have that availability. And so paying your taxes is kind of like a signal that, hey, I did that. You know what I mean? The more taxes you pay, the more money you're making. And it's a really unusual concept for some people to grab a hold of. So I'm not going to jump into taxes today. We're going to leave that alone. That's kind of a remnants of my dinner conversation last night at the little faux Saigon grill that I go eat at right there by the gym. About once a week, I go hang out there. It's a little mom and pop place. It's super awesome. They've got some really great pho, and I got some spring rolls, some chicken spring rolls with some peanut sauce that was to die for. They know me by name. They are super awesome, and we used to always have these really interesting conversations. And I found out that they were refugees from Vietnam, and got to hear some really cool stories. And that's kind of about what happened, why I'm on this topic today too. He was a small kid when they migrated from Vietnam, and they spent 5 days in a boat in the ocean trying to get away. And obviously they did, because they're here in America now. And they were getting shot at by M16s. Like, his aunt got shot at and got hit. And there was a hole in the boat. They were having to plug the hole in the boat enough so that the boat wouldn't sink before they got to their destination. And he said he was like 5, 6, 7 years old when this happened. So he was super young and watching all of this. And for him to come to the United States as an immigrant, as a refugee, and he got to create a life it is that he wanted. He got to bring a taste of home to Southern California, and now he has this restaurant that's thriving, and great food and great conversation. Like, they treat you like family when you walk in. So he's bringing that. He created that from a young child. Like he said, I don't want the life we ran from. I want something better. I want something bigger. I want to have this amazing life, whatever that looks like. And that's how it manifested. And he was talking about how that government really wanted to keep the people there captive and keep them weak so that they couldn't stand up against them. And so as a result of that, knowing what he didn't want, he now works out 6 days a week and runs 10 miles a day. He's very aware of, I'm not going back to that place, and I will never be weak. I will always be strong. I will always create what it is in my life, and I will make sure that my family has everything it is that I ever dreamed of as a child. He created what it is that he wanted by focusing on what he focused on what he didn't want long enough to create what it was that he did. And that's the part where I'm talking about wishes and dreams. Like, you can have something that you call a dream, but if you don't put focused intention, focused thought on what it is that you want with that dream, what it is that you want to accomplish with that dream, it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to create what it is that you said you wanted. I'm living proof of that. I want to throw that out there. And here's the other thing that people get caught up on. And I'll go back to why I say that I'm living proof that wishes and dreams are different. And you all are. If you really think about it, I'm not special. Like, we all have the power to create whatever kind of life it is that we want. We all have the power to create our dreams and make them a reality. We all, like the law of attraction, like attracts like. If you're focusing on all the negative BS that's going on in your life, you know what? You are going to create more negative BS in your life because you can't see past that. And I talk about this almost in every single Facebook Live, is if you have a negative superhighway of thought, I had a phone call coming. I had to change that. If you have a super highway of negativity, whether that's thoughts, words, and actions, you know what you're going to create? More negativity, thoughts, words, and actions to make you feel and see and believe everything that you got going on that negative super highway. Can you change that? Absolutely. Is it easy? Depending on how deep you are into that negativity, probably not. Because you can't get from miserable to ecstatic like that. You can't get from sad to happy like that. It is a process. It is, and you got to enjoy the process, and you got to enjoy the journey. Like, and I was just talking about this. So I'm going to be a little bit all over the place. Y'all just bear with me, okay? So y'all have heard me say a million times that I do not believe in coincidences. I believe there are synchronicities in life. I believe that everybody that comes into your life for a reason. I believe that everything that happens in your life happens for a reason. And even when bad things happen, they happen for a reason. When I was a child, I had no control over the things that happened to me as a child. All the sexual abuse and the abuse and stuff that I endured and lived through as a child, I didn't have control of that. I wasn't old enough to fight for that. But by looking at those things and living through those things as a child, I knew what I didn't want when I got old enough to control my immediate surroundings, my immediate circumstances, my immediate future. Oh, thank you, Super Dave. It is so awesome. I have like one of the best hairdressers in Southern California. So if you guys are looking for a hairdresser, shout out to Stephanie Betts over at the Phoenix Hair Salons in Poway. She is thebomb.com. So when I leave here, I'm going there to see her today. But, you know, it freaks people out and they get real uncomfortable typically when I say, you know what, I can look at the bad things that happened in my life and I had somebody ask me on an interview, would you change your past? And I'm like, no. And they were like, you would go through all of that again? I was like, would it be a preference for me to go through those things again? No, not living through them again. Absolutely not. But knowing what I know now and looking back on those circumstances and seeing where I am right now in my life. Hey, LaShonda, I love you. Seeing where I am in my life right now, dude, I would not trade none of the experiences that I went through to not have what it is that I have right now. Like, I have this amazing home to live in. I have my dream car. Even the jacked up relationships that I went through, I learned something from each and every one of those relationships. I had to grow into the person that I needed to be in order to attract the person that I wanted and desired to have in my life. Like, I can look back at each of those relationships and say, thank you. Like, that is so awesome. Like, I learned so much from you, even if it was never to trust your janky ass again. You know what I mean? Like, you have to understand that if you're going through hard times, there's a lesson in there for you to learn. And once you learn that lesson, it is now a blessing. Okay? Like, you control you. You control your circumstances. You control your life. You control your journey. Like, all of that is so powerful. So what I mean by dreams or wishes, so I take time and sometimes I'm better about it than others. And I've had a lot of positive momentum going on. I've got a huge ball of momentum, positive momentum going right now. My book is going to be published on July 4th. It's going to hit bestseller. I got 2 more books coming along behind it. And, you know, people are coming into my life and people are coming back into my life specifically to introduce me to people that are going to help me get to that next step in my life. I'm going to say that again because you guys need to hear that. Like, pay attention. I'm going to say this for the folks in the back because you can't hear me. People are coming into my life or coming back into my life, people that I haven't talked to in months, some of them years, who are coming into my life specifically to introduce me to somebody that I can either help or they can help me, or we are going to lock arms and we're going to help each other help more people. And there's a purpose in all of that. Like, when a person came and approached me yesterday, it was completely off my radar. I haven't talked to them since really the first of the year, like random conversations, you know, Happy New Year, Happy Valentine's Day, but no important conversations, no in-depth conversations, no, oh, you're my BFF conversations. But we've known each other for years, okay? He just needed some Monday morning motivation. I gave it to him. He's like, hey, I need to introduce you to somebody. I think the 2 of you would be a great pair. Like, I just see great things and I need to introduce you to her. And I was like, okay. He was like, she's written a book, her daughter's written a book, and you know, they're published authors and they have this thing and da-da-da-da-da. And I need to introduce you. And I was like, well, let's do a 3-way call. Like, I'm off tomorrow. Let me know what will work for the 2 of you, what time and whatever. We had a phone call at 11 o'clock today, and it was one of the most empowering conversations that I had in a really long time. So now she is my friend on Facebook. I'm invited to her Facebook group. I'm joining her VIP group, and we both have similar background stories, but we all have a message for the masses about, bad things happen to people all the time. It's how you choose to look at those things in order to move forward. It's how you learn how to forgive other people and yourself for those things happening that allow you to move forward and create an amazing experience in your life. How does that tie into dreams and wishes? You can't dream unless you focus on what it is that you want. Most people don't know what the hell it is that they want because they're so stuck in their damn pity party. Like, oh, this happened to me. I don't care. Learn your lesson and move forward. And I don't mean like I don't care that happened to you. That's not what I mean. I do care that you went through something that may have been traumatic or hurtful or hurt your heart or made you go through a rough patch in life. What I don't care about is you staying stuck in that place. Like if you choose to if you choose to stay stuck in that moment in time and continue to be on that merry-go-round of misery, that is a choice. And I don't care about your choice to stay stuck. I care about me throwing a big ass stick in that merry-go-round and throwing your ass off of it to show you that there's another path. I care about me shining a light so bright from the lighthouse that you say, damn, I want to get over there. I'm sick of being in this storm. Well, if you're tired of being in the storm, move your feet. Move your feet. You can't be in a storm and stay still and expect to get through the storm. Let that sink in. You can't be in a storm and not move your feet and expect to get out of the storm. AKA, if you have a dream, the light in the lighthouse, that's your dream. Your storm is your current situation. Moving your feet is making a path. It's making a plan. It's setting intentions. It's figuring out the mini goals and working backwards in order to get there. Or a wish is keeping your feet stuck in the mud in that storm and saying, oh, poor pitiful me, wishing that dream's going to happen. That dream's not going to happen until you move your feet. Move your thoughts in a positive direction. Move your words in a positive direction. Start surrounding yourself with people, surround yourself with people who have a dream. Surround yourself with people who have a vision. Surround yourself with people who are going to be the wind beneath your wings. Surround yourself with people that are going to lend you a hand when you hit a stumbling block, because it's coming. Surround yourself with people who believe in you when you're having a hard time believing in yourself. If you ain't got those people in your tribe, tell them to kick rocks. This is what you do. So, number one, you got to quit giving people up in the cheap seats, up in the nosebleed section, a VIP opinion in your life. Freaking cut it out. When they come around and they think they have the right or the ability or they deserve to have an opinion in your life, you grab them by the hand and you say, oh, that's so sweet. You know what? I appreciate you giving me your opinion. I want you to take a walk with me. Come on. We're going to go on a little walk. Let's go right on over here. We're going to go on a little walk. And we're going to go right. We're going to go way over here. Come on. Well, where are we going? Oh, I'm going to show you where we're going. Come on. We're going to go over here for a minute. Let's keep on going. We can go over here. We got a little bit more ways to go. Okay. Like, you enjoying this sunshine out here? This sunshine is just so beautiful. Come on, let's go for a walk. I just really appreciate that pin you gave me. So you know what? This chair right here, that chair right there, that's for you. I need you to sit right here. Okay. Don't move. I'll be back. Okay. You stay right there. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, my stage. My stage is back over here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, wait. You hear that? Shh. You can't hear them anymore. When you escort their little happy ass right back up to the nosebleed section where they belong, and you come sit down, and you sit down right here on the stage of your life, where you can get your planning and you can get your dreams and your goals in order. You just showed them where they belong. I'm gonna give you the Heisman, baby. Your opinion is not needed, not wanted, nor is it welcome. My grind is my grind. My dream is my dream. My journey is my journey. These shoes I got on, which right now slippers. My slippers fit my feet. Your feet can't fit in my slippers. Your feet can't fit in my shoes. You can't walk my path, not unless I allow you to. So this is the Tammy train. And if you ain't on board and going in the same direction that the Tammy train is going, please exit stage left. You can't hang out because you're blocking traffic. You got to go back up to the nosebleed section. You can watch from afar. Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. Now, let the one on behind you that's wanting to throw some logs on my fire, that's wanting to fan my flames, that's wanting to help stay focused, wanting to help me adjust my blinders a little bit when I got a blind spot to make sure that I stay on track. That's what you need. That's what you need. Now, when people come into your life, give them enough space to do what they want to do, because by doing what they want to do, they will show you exactly what they would rather do. I'm going to say that one more time. You ain't got to bitch, moan, groan, and complain. You ain't got to give them orders. You ain't got to tell them all of these things that you want them to do. They have their own inner being, God, source, higher power that guides their life, guides their circumstances, leads them on their path. If they came into your life experience in a moment and you're not feeling it, that's letting you know that the mirror of your soul attracted that in there, and you got some cleaning up to do. Clean up your own stuff. They'll go away, because when they way out there, like where I just took that person way out there, they gonna have to work to figure out how to approach me from now on, because I closed the door. They've got to work to raise their vibration, to raise up their level of life, their success, their journey, their dreams, whatever that looks like, in order to even approach me with a conversation that I can hear. Think about that. You have got to know who you are, where you're going, and you've got to be aware, very self-aware of what's going on in here. If you got people around you that are bitching, moaning, groaning, complaining, chances are you're bitching, moaning, groaning, and complaining too. Like attracts like. You want focused people that are digging on their dreams and doing what it is that they need to do. You got to get on their level. You got to get on their level. And once you get on their level, anybody else that comes to you has got to get on your level. Like, I know that's a song, Get On My Level. That's real. They had no idea what they were talking about. I promise you, they had no idea what that meant. But in the law of attraction world and an attraction-based universe, that is as real as it gets. I'm telling you right now, I have been speaking into existence that when my book, Dear Victim, It's Time for Us to Break Up Now, which releases on July 4th, comes out, it's going to hit bestseller. Not only Amazon bestseller, it is going to hit Wall Street Journal bestseller. It might even hit New York Times bestseller, because there's not a whole lot of difference in sales between those two. Actually, I'll probably hit Wall Street Journal bestseller before I hit Amazon bestseller. Just going to throw that out there. after the little bit of homework and stuff that I've done. So, and I'm good with all of that. I'm going to hit it all. It's all mine. Mine. Because I believe and I know that I am a best-selling author. Period. You can't, there's nothing in my vibration that speaks anything less. Have there been people in my life that I felt like did me wrong, or disrespectful, or hurt me in some way? Absolutely. Do I blame them for what it is that they did? Absolutely not. Did I blame them for what they did at one point in time? Absolutely. Was I hurt? Absolutely. Did I stay in that pity party? Did I stay in that hurt? There were some times when I had to, it took me a couple of days to get from that, even though I'm very positive and I have like a quadruple decker 8-lane super highway of positivity. There are times when the hurt is so strong that I have to work to get back to that positive side. But I will tell you this, I was on that negative highway for so long. When I get on that negative highway again, it's so uncomfortable to me that I have learned how to quickly change my paradigm back from the negative to the positive. Is it an overnight process? Absolutely not. It is a process. It is work. It is determination. It is focus. Sometimes it's just, this is my word of the week. Relax. Jen is going to appreciate that one. Sometimes you just have to relax and let it go. You have to relax yourself into a better feeling emotion. You have to turn on your music and dance around the house and sing at the top of your lungs to raise your vibration, whatever that looks like. You know you better than anybody else. But don't go bitching, moaning, groaning, complaining to somebody else and expecting to raise your vibration to something positive. It doesn't work that way. Like, and I'm going to share my own story. Okay. I went through a breakup of a situationship. It wasn't even a relationship. I'm not even going to give it that positive of a title. It was a situationship. Okay. But it was an on again, off again relationship / situationship that spanned over a 10-year period. On again, off again, on again, off. And I kept going back because it was a familiar spirit. I kept going back because when it was good, it was great. I kept going back because I saw potential and I kept seeing things that I wanted, but I didn't allow, I focused on what it was that I wanted so bad that I accepted things that I did not want because it felt better than being alone. It felt better than saying I was single, even though I was single the whole entire time. When I finally said enough was enough and I'm not doing this anymore, because I realized that he made me feel like I was not worthy. He made me feel like I was not good enough. And I've worked so hard on myself for so long, and I can look in the mirror and say, I'm enough. I can look in the mirror and say, you are worthy of all the wonderful things that this world and this universe has to offer. I can look in the mirror and say, Tammy, I love you. I can do all of those things. But he made me feel like I was not good enough for him. I was not good enough to be loved by him. I was not good enough for anything that concerned him. And if I'm coaching people on how to be enough and how to be good enough and how to love yourself and to do all this mirror work, I had to walk my talk, man. Like, I had to stand up for myself and say enough was enough and take my power back. And that's what I did. I probably had about a good 2 or 3 days where I was up and down, up and down, up and down. But once I got to where I was more on the upside than I was on the downside, those emotions didn't control me anymore. And so I'm being honest and being 100% transparent with you, because I want you to know that, just because you get on that high flying cloud or that high flying disc or that high flying vibration, there are going to be times when, an emotional thing happens and you get knocked down a little bit. And you're going to have to do a little bit of internal work to get back to where it is that you want to be. And that's okay. It's a learning process and it's a journey, and you'll be better for it. It just gives you more clarity on, you know what? I don't want any more of that bullshit ever again. That's somebody that I had to escort because they had a very large voice in my head. They had a very big VIP opinion that I allowed them to have in my life. That's that person I just escorted out there. They can't hear me and I can't hear them. And I like it that way. And when I did that, I opened up the door for something bigger and better to come into my life, which is amazing. And it's still a process, and it's still learning and getting to know and, figuring out what dating is all over again. Like, it's interesting. But, I'm very clear on what it is that I want in my life, whether it's with my book or books. I got 2 more books coming behind this one. I'm very clear on what it is that I want with my public speaking career. I'm very clear on what it is that I want with my life coaching career. I'm very clear on what it is that I want with my relationships or not in all of those situations. You can't get what it is that you want if you don't know what the hell it is that you want. So that's going to take some focused intention in order to make that happen. If you're staying stuck in the storm and you're not moving your feet to go towards the light at the lighthouse, the light in the lighthouse is your dream. It's a wish. Generally, when we have a wish, it's because we don't have a belief structure or a thought process or a belief in ourselves that we can create or we can make that happen, or that we are worthy or that we are deserving enough to have that dream. Or nobody in our family, nobody in our circle, we've never seen them do any of that kind of stuff before. And so we don't have a belief that we can do that. Well, you know what? Find somebody that did it and do what they do. Success leaves clues, man. Monkey see, monkey do, all day long. Like, I can eat those breadcrumbs as fast as you can throw them at me. Like, words don't teach. Words do not teach. I can sit here and I can throw these words at you all freaking day long. But if you ain't taking notes and you ain't listening, you can hear me. You can see my lips moving. You can hear the words coming out my mouth. But if you're not listening, you're not taking notes, and you're not applying them to your life and applying it to your life circumstances and your situations right now, we're going to have the same conversation again in 6 months from now, because you're going to still be stuck in the same spot that you are right now, doing the same thing with the same people over and over and over again. That's the definition of insanity. Is that what you want? Do you want to keep recreating the same BS that you got in your life right now? I would venture to guess that if you're watching my podcast, if you're watching my Facebook Live, the answer to that would be no. So take your notes. Hey, take your notes. Apply these things to your life. If you would like to know more about how to do this, I have a coaching business. Imagine that. I am a master life coach. And I would love to help you get there. So either hit me on my inbox, send me a direct message, leave a message with Best Life Creation Society, leave a message in the comments and say, Tammy, I would like to know more. And I would love to help you do that. So I am going to jump off here because I need to go get these roots taken care of. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you showing up every week and watching me do my little Facebook Live and let me share my little part of the world in San Diego, California, and give you a little bit of love and hopefully a whole lot of inspiration and motivation, and just to be able to move forward. You know what I mean? Like, I can talk about my past with strength. I can talk about my past and be happy that I experienced all those things. If you're not in a emotional status where you can look back on your past and not feel the hurt, it's not time to look back yet. You still have some healing to do. You still have some forgiveness to do, and you still have some soul work to do. And I am the queen of helping you heal your soul. I am a healed person that helps hurt people heal. So, my book, as I said, launch date is July 4th. I didn't think there was any better day than for people to start their journey of breaking up with their inner victim than on Independence Day. You are fixing to be independent from your victim. You are going to choke that heifer out and say, girl, bye. We do not want no more of you in our life. So, it's called Dear Victim. It's time for us to break up now. It is a story of empowerment through forgiveness, strength, and love. It will be on Amazon and wherever books are sold. July 4th is when it comes out. The next book, which I will be starting to write here in the next couple of weeks, is called Don't Be a Glow Stick. Stop letting people break you and shake you before your light comes on. Super excited to write that because that is going to be my coaching book where I coach you through all of these situations and how to take your power back, stand in it, set your dreams and goals. And it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So look for me wherever you can search Callie Tammy. You will find me. Do hashtag Callie Tammy. You can also search Tammy Loftis and you will find me. I am on all major social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So, and Snapchat. Love you guys to the moon and back. I hope you have the most amazing week ever. Easter is coming up. Remember the reason for the season. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye now.